You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, the Indiana Fever, I'm watching it. It just went final 102-88 over the league undefeated, now defeated New York Liberty. New York Liberty. Stephanie White did not blow this game. I was getting nervous. I put on Twitter, okay, we're going into the fourth, up by 9. Let's stay aggressive here. Let's not pull back. And much to the credit of Caitlin Clark, this team won a massive, massive game. It was not without flaws, believe it or not. If I wanted to, we could really get into it, but we won't as much. Number one of the greatest single half performances I've ever seen in basketball. Okay, I'm old enough. I've said this before. I grew up. I've fully watched all of Magic, all of Bird, all of Chuck, all of Jordan, Ewing, Olajuwon, all of them. It was one of the best halves. It was in the top 5 best offensive halves of basketball I've ever seen. All right, and keep in mind, Caitlin Clark just scored 25 points, and the quarters in the WNBA are shorter, not as long, as the quarters in the NBA. What she did in the first half, shooting those threes, she ended on tied for her career best. She was 7 of 14, and at one point, she was like 7 for 9 or something ridiculous. 11 of 20. She still played 31 minutes. Stephanie White did sub her out, I think, more than we would have seen had she been playing. And, guys, she almost had a triple-double in this game. 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 32 points. By the way, let me point, and 2 block shots. That's one of the most ridiculous stat lines you will ever frickin' see from any player, WNBA or NBA, either one. Let it be noted, 32 points, 0 offensive rebounds. Just throwing that out. The rest of the team, look, Lexi Hull showed up and hit 3 out of 4 3-pointers, 14 points. We needed that badly. Sophie Cunningham hit a big 3 towards the end to put a dagger in the Liberty. All right. Look, I would be irresponsible if I did not bring up the fact that the shooting from Howard, Boston, and Kelsey started making a bit of a comeback shooting, but at one point she was awful in this game. I mean, her shooting percentage was I believe 22% on like 14 attempts or something. It was bad at one point. She's ended up with 22 points, 10 points for Aaliyah Boston. By the way, she had a double-double, 11 rebounds. I'm going to make sure I bring it up because on the other side, I mean, the Liberty gave them hell. 34 points from Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, 24 points. And I was watching for any kind of shady physicality in this game from Natasha Howard, and I didn't get much of it. All right, let's move on here. Caitlin Clark is the 4th fastest player in WNBA history to hit 850 points. This was during the first half, so here we go. Let's rock it right here. Caitlin Clark coming down the court. Let me just turn that down. And a beautiful little floater. A beautiful little floater into a little bank shot. Not a layup, thank God. My God, the Fever at times today on layups were driving me absolutely bonkers. I said at one point the Fever went to the Angel Reese School of Layups for today. Let's go back. Let's try to get it this time. There we go. All right, that was Caitlin Clark to Kelsey Mitchell. Beautiful stuff there, no doubt about it. Here we go. This is that wicked logo, long-ass three. Caitlin's going to hit us with the Jordan right there with the tongue out. I mean, this is ridiculous. And, guys, if I have to see that Asia Wilson cringe Obama Nike commercial one more time, I'm just going to throw myself out the window. There's a lake out there next to my house. I might go jump in it and drown myself. Here we go.
And here comes Clark.
All right. Long pass. There we go. Third time is the charm. I do not understand why Twitter does that. Right here. Let's check this out. Caitlin's got the ball. She's going to be out to Colson. Back to Caitlin. Boom. Another three. Ridiculousness. I mean, this was an unbelievable ass kicking by Caitlin Clark. No doubt about it. Here we go. All right.
And then
I mean, she shot that from 2 states over. I mean, seriously, she shot that from so far away. It's unbelievable. I mean, honestly. So, I mean, that's where we're going to stop right there. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable game. Stephanie White did not blow it. All right. Got a little worried because there was some, I understand she had to sub out Caitlin Clark. I'm not going to fault her for that. I got a little concerned with some of the time periods in which she did it. And the other thing is, guys, I'm a Celtics fan. So, the Celtics were sort of the originators. Them and the Miami Heat were the originators of the Big Three. All right. Well, you could even go back to the Lakers and 80s Celtics too, right? Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish, Larry Bird, Worthy, Magic, Byron Scott, whoever you wanted to put in there with the Lakers. And then, of course, the Heat, LeBron, Bosh, Wade, Boston, Celtics, Ray Allen, and, of course, you get Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Well, the one thing that most of those teams all had in common is in order to win it all or to beat good teams, 2 out of your 3 big players, not your literal big players, but 2 out of your 3 superstars needed to have big games. So going forward, this is a great win, but the Liberty did not have Jonquel Jones, who's one of my favorite players in the league. They did not have him. So that's a big deal. Okay? Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell have to show up and shoot efficiently. All right? They've got to look, Kelsey Mitchell has got to be able to show up, throw in 22 points, and do it on 53% shooting, not 40. All right? Aaliyah Boston, she's a big, lives under the rim, has to shoot better than 40%. It's still a huge victory. It's still a huge win, and they needed it. 5-5. By the way, that was an MVP performance from Caitlin Clark against a team on national television. And guys, I'm going to call it. I think this game might have averaged 3 million viewers today. I think there's a chance. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.